Hi, we're here today with Alex,
Hi,
and you are from.
Israel.
Cool. And we're going to demonstrate one of the exercises that I've been talking about in my article, which is to help people free themselves from worrying about what they're going to say and learn to either lead or follow better. It kind of tends to balance people out. But today we'll demonstrate with me leading, and then we'll move on to something else. So I'm just going to make up a little story, and you're going to follow one word behind. And it also helps you to get into the rhythm of just wherever my pace is. Are you ready? Every day I go. Alright, you forgot the word every.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start again. Okay. Some people think that they need to get a girl a drink so that she will like them, but we know that it's we almost had it, but then you wanted to prove that it was so easy, and we started to run, and but that's cool because it's also, what did you want to say?
No, I lose it
In
in 1 second. You lose yourself.
Yeah, and then you can say mistake, start again, because we
Okay.
need to celebrate our mistakes. Do you want to try leading
No,
once?
it's not for me.
Okay, but we got an idea of how the game works, and it works both ways. And also sometimes I practice leading, and then I go, and then they pick up where I left off, and they continue. Okay, so I have one more game. I'm going to talk about it briefly to the camera. And in this game, it's also freeing me from responsibility for content. So I'm going to tell a story, and my listener is going to take her hand and control the direction that the story will go in. There are three options. If your hand is on your left, like this, yeah, it's you want the story to go to plot, to progressing what happened next. If it's here, it's details, like the car was purple, or if it's here, it's emotion. So
And I do what I want from your story?
Yeah, whatever you want. So you're kind of controlling the story.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell it from something that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so plot, details, emotion.
Emotion.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there was once a man who was in his 40s, and he went to study how to read people from their faces. And he'd studied very hard, and he was very proud of himself for all that he'd learned, because he won a horse from the school.
Okay.
And he went with this horse home because he'd studied, and he wanted to show all the family that he hadn't seen for so long that he'd learned. So this horse was a lovely white horse, and they rode on the cobbled path back through forests and through deserts, because it was a very long way. And one day he ran out of food, and he was very tired. It was after about a week. He hadn't really slept on a bed, and he saw a man crossing his path, and he felt so happy to meet this man after so long without seeing anybody, and he really wanted to ask him if he could spend the night and have some food. But when he saw this man, his face was quite bitter and quite evil, and he wouldn't have been able to tell this before, but with his schooling, he knew that this is a man that should not be trusted. And the man anyway asked him, "Won't you come and spend the night, because I have a bed, and I have some food if you need it. And it's from the kindness of my heart," the man said. So this man got off his horse, and he decided, even though this man was quite making him almost sick from looking at him, from all he knew, he said he has no choice. He was going to die almost of hunger, and he needed sleep, so he went with him. And you're in the plot now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he came back to his house, and from the minute that he came in, everything was perfect. There was wonderful food, and the bed was so comfortable, and he went into his room, and he thought with himself, how can I have thought that this man with his features and his bitter man could have turned out to be so wrong? And it was quite devastating for him. But on the other hand, the food was good and everything was perfect, and he decided to stay another night. And after 3 nights of this, he said to the man, "I had such a wonderful time, thank you, and I must be on my way." And the man handed him a receipt for everything that it cost to stay in this house. And the face reader became flustered, and his heart started to beat, because it was money for, the clothes and the food and the bed, and he simply couldn't afford it. So he gave him everything that he had, his ring that his grandfather had given him, and his books that were worth quite a lot, and eventually he even had to give him the horse that he'd won, because, and he felt, as he was walking away alone, with nothing really to eat or drink, and he had no idea how he would continue his journey, he felt so happy and so elated, because he knew that his 7 years of study in the school had paid off. And he continued his journey and met more people who helped him, and came home and was greeted with great celebration and became a guru in his town. Thank you.
Okay, nice story.
Thank you so much, Alex. You've been such a great help for our audience, and maybe we'll see you again.
Whatever you need.
Awesome.